Hello guys, welcome to another vlog. This is going to be the review of my KTM 390 Adventure X 2025 model. I have just completed 10,000 kilometers on this, and this is the ride review of this beast and the beauty. So I think it's been 10 months since I bought this bike, and I have loved every bit of it. So really enjoying it. Even 10,000 kilometers feels less. Like, I don't know how soon I completed it. And oh, that was close. Bye bye. Okay, let me talk to these kids. I'm waiting for that jeep. Gautam! They're so happy that they got the stickers. Bye bye. Oh my god. So yeah, I've done 10,000 kilometers and 2 free services done. I have changed few parts and I have done few modifications. Nothing fancy. I have changed this handle. I have added a luggage rack and a tail rack from Auto Engina. This handle is from Moto IOI, and I have changed the mudguard from the OEM, and I have put a center stand. So I have removed the beak which is there because I wanted to change the look of the bike. Rest everything is same. So I changed my rear tire at 9,800 kilometers because I was coming on this ride. So it was good, still okay. It could have done 3,000 kilometers more is what the service center guys told me, but this ride itself, the actual plan was to do around 1,500 to 1,800 kilometers of the ride, but I couldn't leave early for certain reasons. But now it is going to be probably around 1,200 kilometers ride. So I'm doing that, and I didn't have the confidence to go on a tire which is almost at the end of its life, so I had to change it. And I have changed the brake pads once behind and once in front. My front disc has a sintered pads, rear disc has organic pads, which is both are from OEM. I have spent close to 15,000 rupees on the service and parts change, excluding the tire. So I am gonna put the details below. And so my first rear brake pads, rear and front, both brake pads wore out at 3,800 kilometers. I think because it's the OEM new set, it wears out. But the second brake pad, I can't do anything about the front one because it has the center pad now, which costs 2,850 rupees, and the rear one is 250 rupees. But the second set which I changed is still going on, and it's almost 7,000 kilometers down, and it can still run. It still has life in it. So the one major change what I did was the gear lever. I adjusted it and put it little down. I think on the first before the first service, my shoe, maybe basically your leg is on the brake lever. So maybe it was mildly shaving off, and the second set is still going good. And for a 250 rupees part, if you can ride more than, I think easily 9,000 kilometers can be done now. That is good. Then chain sprocket, I think I will be doing it in the third service, which will be, I think, close to 3,000 rupees or something, which I will put on the details once I do the third service. So there are not many things which I don't like. I have few suggestions though, like one, the service interval which is suggested is 7,000 kilometers, but this bike actually burns the oil a lot faster than other KTM bikes, especially this 399cc LC4 engine. So I would suggest you change the oil under 6,000, preferably under 5,000 kilometers. If not, at least top up the oil just in case if you're going long distance touring. And yeah, then I suggest you change the air filter every 5,000 kilometers instead of 10,000 kilometers, because it actually makes your bike a lot more smoother. And I really love a lot of things about it, like what you are seeing. This is like borderline Duke range in terms of riding in the windy, twisty roads. I love the way it is balanced and the way it behaves on these kind of roads. It does it excellently, and I get some immense joy in doing this. So, and it is lovely in the highways, no doubt about it. But see, I'm not a hardcore off-roading guy. I love to do trails, but I don't do like jumps and all that shit, but I like to explore trails. And this bike makes it so easy for me. It is so well balanced and it takes the road off-road so nicely. It is so well balanced. Like I can't tell like how good it feels and how easy it feels. You don't have to be a pro to do off-roading in this bike. That is what I mean. And it has got enough grunt in all the rev range. Like cruising at 100 to 110 is almost subconscious for this bike. And the quick shifter, man, what can I say? This is the first bike I'm having it with the quick shifter. Love it. I am like, this has become like a basic thing for me now. Any bike I go after this has to be having a quick shifter. So, yeah, lovely. And I don't want to talk about the mileage and all these things, because I have done it already in my 5,000 kilometers review. And a lot of people ask me the same shit even when I'm explaining it in the video. They want to comment on it and ask, come on guys, ask me some interesting questions. And I have realized one thing, that this bike is definitely a keeper. So definitely not gonna sell this. I will probably do a lakh kilometers on this, just like my Impulse. So this is not going anywhere, no matter which bike I buy next. So really loving it, and there are lots more to enjoy this bike. I've still not extracted the full potential of this bike. I'm not pushing it. And yeah, another thing, it is really good in the city. It is a big bike, but it feels really easy for such a big bike. The size of it, it is light, it feels nimble. So yes, I have told this before as well. Also, it can be the one bike garage, one garage or one bike garage or one garage bike, whatever it is. It can definitely that only bike which you have, and you can do it all. Not just do it all, enjoy doing it all. So really like it. And this is the best part about this bike. These roads, this bike feels like it is meant to do this. Man, I can't explain what kind of a bliss I am in. So yes, and please do take a test ride if you have anything. I think this is the best buy you can do, and recently they have launched the R as well. I think R is a little, you need to be skilled up for that, but X or S, see, I went for X for my own personal reasons, because I don't want too many electronics on my bike. Simple as that. And if you're a fan of electronics, or if this is your second bike which you are upgrading, I would suggest go with the S, because it has some safety features, and electronics will help you in a lot of places where your skill doesn't work or you don't have the skill. But I think I have developed enough skills in my life to handle a bike of this power, so I didn't feel like doing it. And this is the first lot, so it doesn't even have cruise control. So it's completely raw. Only thing I have in this bike is the ABS. That's it, which is more than enough for me, and I am really enjoying it. So my next thing which I would change is the knuckle guards, basically. So that is one thing which I would change. And I still have the stock ones, but yeah, I would get the Acer Bees ones, which I really like, and it comes in orange. So that's the only thing I would change, I guess. Other than that, I don't want anything else. My bike is complete, it is perfect. Yeah, coming to the things I don't like, first and foremost, the fuel thing, which shows it is like it keeps popping all the time once it is in reserve, like it doesn't go. Come on, KTM, do something about it. Like, you had it in the older bikes too, but once you cancel it, it used to go, and until you turn off your bike and turn it on, it doesn't pop up. This is right on your face, and it is so big, it is very distractive. So KTM, I hope you do this in your next update. And what else I don't like? I don't want to talk about the vibrations and all this bullshit. Like, people who talk about vibration and are worried about vibrations, go buy a 150cc bike or go buy a 100cc bike. Don't talk about vibrations. It is a big single, it vibrates, and it is not bothersome for me. So yeah, I think I've pretty much covered anything and everything about this bike, what I like. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. So please do like, share and subscribe. If you buy a KTM, or if you're convinced to buy a KTM 390 Adventure, looking at this video and looking at my reviews, I'll be glad. Please let me know. So this is Crazy Cat Kamath signing off from somewhere in Idukki and Mundakayam, enjoying the twisty roads. Adios.